How much fabric is too much fabric? Look what I've done. I went shopping again and found some fabric. Hello everyone, I'm Caroline and welcome to my home on the hillside here in Wales. I went out shopping and found a place that was selling fabric by the bucket. Now they were like builders' buckets and it was £5 a bucket. The majority of the fabrics there weren't what I wanted. They weren't particularly good. They weren't particularly pretty. Some of them were a bit stained or torn. It took me over an hour, and that was including having my husband to help to sort through to get the good bits, what I would term the good bits, the things I would use. And I ended up with this huge bag for life, which was 2 buckets full. So I thought you'd like to see what I got. Now, this is going to be rather difficult to organise. So I'm going to, what shall I do? Shall I pull them out bit by bit? Or I'll pull them out with a handful. My bag is going to be crackly. I think I picked the crackliest bag I've got. So let's pick up this handful. I wasn't particularly worried about the size. Obviously, the bigger the piece, the better. But I just went for anything cotton, and I also put in a few other bits and pieces. So this total amount cost me £10. So some of the pieces are little tiny pieces like this. Perfectly fine for making scrappy quilts, anything like that. So I picked up all those, and they took up such little space. You might as well. There were definitely some pieces here left over from a quilter. You can just tell by the shapes and things, and there are some, well, I won't tell you what's coming up, and you'll see as we get in there. Anything like this, I didn't unroll. So this is all new to me too. I could see the pattern, and I could see how much was here, but I don't know how big the bits are. Oh, there's a fair bit there. There's got to be 2 meters, and it's about, let's have a look. It's about 8 inches wide. Well, that's nice. There's nothing on the selvage that I can see, but it's cotton. Oh, that was well worth picking up. So let's start putting things out of the way a little bit. Now this, I know I've got lots of bits of this. If I was in a shop, I would not buy that. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. Is it a stylized tree? Is it a pill? I don't know. It's just weird. We call it weird. I don't know if this is vintage, but there was rather a lot of vintage fabric. Well, not a lot, but comparable to the bits that I wanted. So I think that somebody has given up quilting for whatever reason, and the bits went in here, and they've been quilters for years. So there's lots of bits on that. Not quite sure what shape I'll cut it into. I'll definitely trim that down. Oops, because there's just so much of it. And I can't fold it or anything. Right, I've got this one. I love this. Look at that. This is 7 berries made by Japan. If you have a look, it's got birds. And then every now and then you've got a nest. And you've got like a key and a letter. So I thought this was pretty. And when I looked online, these 7 berries, they make a range that is 100% cotton but looks like linen. Now, I think this is probably one of those because it does have a very linen-y look. I absolutely love that. I wish I'd found more, but that's the only piece of that I found. Now I'm going to move my scissors out of the way because it's clattering. There we go. There's more of this. What on earth am I going to do with all this? I had the space, so I thought, well, I might as well put it in, but now I've got lots of this, and nothing is coming to mind at the moment. Have you got any idea what I could make with that pattern? I think this is going to be a case of if your fabric is ugly, you haven't cut it small enough yet. So this is going to be chopped up rather small, I think. And then we got this. Lots of little odd pieces like this. Put that there. I don't know why. I feel like I'm putting things in some sort of order. And then another little tiny bit. But these are all lovely. It just gives me such a wide selection of fabrics. Because, you know, to buy a yard in each of these fabrics, can you imagine how much it would cost? And I wouldn't have picked some of them, they're like, if I was going to, I wouldn't have particularly bought that. It's not bright, is it? But because I've got it, I'll find something it goes with and it'll be lovely. This has got MB on it. I think we'll take that off. I bet it's sticky underneath. Yep, that's been on a while. Look at the yellow and the glue on that. perfectly serviceable bit of poppies in a poppy field. And then I've got this and this, and somehow I've ended up with some white corduroy. I'm not sure how I picked that up. Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy for something. And we got some solid green, some purple. I think that's been cut off a serviette or something. Excuse me. We got more of this. I can't remember what I put in because it was such a long, hot job. I'd worn my big puffy coat because it was so cold, and then by the time I'd finished, I was sweating. So I got this, which I don't know if that was just hem to wash or whether... I think this was something they cut up. A lot seemed to be cut off things, and then you had to wash some of the cotton things. They were all like bobbly, and the whites weren't white anymore. I left those. And then this was obviously something, or they were making something and chopped it off. It's handmade. That looks like a bit of a dart. Oh, what does this say? Skirt back. Aha. So there we go. That's part of a skirt back. Look at this. You get lots of weird bits stuck on it. So that's that. And then we got this, which is really pretty. Do you remember I had packs of hexagons pre-cut? And this is a fabric that one of them was pre-cut in. I like that one. And then you got this, which I put in just because I loved it. Oh, the cotton's everywhere. Can you see the little people on there? It's like a Japanese. I don't think it's silk, but it could be. I'll have to check it. I'll do the burn test on it. All the cherry blossoms. I think that is lovely, especially as I'm going to try making some dolls' clothes. Well, there's probably enough there to put the panel in the front of a dress, something like that. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Now, this looks like musical notes, and I would say Rose and Hubble by that little bit there. What do you reckon? Let's check our selvage. Rose and Hubble. So we've got some musical notes, which if you're looking for musical notes fabric is perfect. It'll go in my black and white quilt very nicely. Another one with an elastic band on. I'm going to get quite an assortment of colours of elastic bands. Have you got any of these fabrics? While we're looking through, if you spot anything you've got, let me know. I'd love to know. This is a fat quarter and it's very pretty. Look at that. It's a bit William Morris. Do you think so? I love that. Especially with the greys, greens and yellows. It's a really nice look. And one thing about finding fabrics like this, you can think, I would never have put those colours together. But now, seeing them, they look really pretty. Right, let's get another handful. Oh, it's a very messy handful, this one. We've got some solid green. Most of that is going to be no good, but there are some bits that I can cut chunks out of. And this one, I put this in just because of the scrap value, because I needed to fill my buckets up. I got back end of a cat. All the essentials. You really wouldn't want to put that in a surprise quilt, would you? And more of that. We've got a yellow solid, or several bits of yellow solid. And now this is a real giveaway that this was made by, or all leftovers from a quilter, because we got some patchwork left. And I'm going to put this separately and we'll see, or I'm going to just pile these up. By the end, we'll see how many pieces of patchwork we've got. Blue solid. We've got some combat here. Let's have a look, some brown combat. A nice big piece there. Oh, I'd say there's probably going to be, probably virtually a metre there. Combat fabric. So I think if you take the bigger pieces in the fat quarters, I'm probably already pretty much approaching my £10. Now, these were weird. Somebody has bought a lot of handkerchief material. They've done all the hard work. They've hemmed them with basting or big tacking stitches. So all I have to do is sew around there. And I've got my husband some nice new handkerchiefs. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's some more. I can see 1. 6 hankies. Can't be bad. If I pull the next bit out, and I've got a little bit of green there. Now I am going to make a Welsh, based on the old Welsh quilts, and I want to get some nice Welsh wool, or some nice wool, not Welsh wool, some nice wool fabrics to make that with. And look at this. This was in there, and on here somewhere. Made in England, woolen flannel, Harrison's. So that looks more like the front to me than that. But the writing's on that side. I would probably put it this way. And I'd love to put in some of this into the quilt as well. Maybe on the back of the quilt, because I love it. That is a really nice selvage there. So I've got, let's have a look. There's sure to be half a metre in that side. There's probably a metre all told of a lovely wool there. Put that in my pile. And let's grab another handful. As you can see, this is certainly not pre-planned. It's still all knotted up. Right, let's have a look at this. Another elastic band. And we got some spots. And you know me, I love spots. So this is perfect. It's not huge, but it's a decent size. Nice spotty bits. And let's get this out of the way. This is cotton. Again, not my favourite colours. Somebody seems to have done a lot of dressmaking and then chopped the dresses back up. But I wouldn't have bought this, but it is going to be useful as a filler. There's strange long bits there. So I'll tidy that up. And then I've got that. Now look at this. This is definitely not cotton. I know. But I couldn't resist it. With best compliments, £45 a metre. A to Z Fabrics, Shepherd's Bush, London. And this is A to Z Textiles, Gold Hawk Road, £45 per metre. And I don't know whether this was a sample or what, but look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you see the shimmering and the pearls? Let's hold it closer to the camera. Look, it's absolutely lovely. Well, I just couldn't resist, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do a crazy quilt at some point, it'll be perfect. It'll also be perfect to add little highlights onto things. So, well, I thought that's going in. And if you scrunch it up, if you're thinking the whole size of a bucket, papers as well, it's that much. I'm happy. More elastic bands. Well, look at this. The elastic band is going down in quality. They're going brown now. So this is like a lime green with white spots. It's a bit washed out looking, but it'll be fine. And then this. Let's try opening this. And this is, isn't that pretty? Oh, I didn't think it looked that pretty when I opened it up. Let's have a look. This is, oh, it doesn't say much. Something, Little Plain Jane. Oh, Little Plain Jane. That's very pretty. I like that. That's really happy. I think if you had to come with one word that would describe that, I would call it happy. So, yep, I love that. Oops, got my one lot patches, and let's delve in again. Right, this caught my eye. I know it's not cotton. It's really not the sort of thing I would normally use, but look at that. It's Dalmatian fur. So I thought this would be lovely for the top of a Christmas stocking. Look at that. Or even a pair of Christmas mitts to hang up and put something in. So I thought, I'm having that. Yep, it isn't what I was looking for, but I like it. We've got this, which is going to be perfect for little pieces of patchwork. There's not a lot there. I mean, you may get one, or I may get one of my smaller hexies from each of that. May from there. So I may get 4 hexies, but it's going to be for strippy making, that sort of thing. Strippy quilt making. Let's have a look at this one. Pull some of that fluff off it. And this is, open it up. This is Oz by Sane for Moda. Moda Fabrics, 100% cotton. I love that. Now, where that's got Oz on it, do you think that is possibly Australian flowers? Does anybody know? Has anybody got any idea? But it's by Moda, so Moda's a very good company. So that was a really nice find. And we got another strip of pale blue with flowers on. More solid purple. I just quite happy to take solids. They're great. Or there's a bit more of the cat. Oh, there's a bit more of that one. And now you can see some more whole cat. Still not a lot of cat left. There's one there, but his tail's chopped off. But can you see how much solid green I've got? So I'll be fine there. Plenty to come off there. This is like a calico always useful, so I pop that in. It's just like cream. It's got some marks on it, but I don't know whether I'll dye it, whether I'll leave it slightly marked, give it a wash, but I think it looks like it's been in sunlight or something, so I think that'll just give it a little bit of texture. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. We got a cat with his head cut off, and a cat. Oh, wait a minute, is that his head there? No, not unless he's very strange with 3 ears. Got some spots. I love spots, so that is perfect for me. And we've got this, which I don't think is cotton. I'm not sure how this got in. I think this, yeah, that feels very viscosy. And that just sort of sneaked in, so it'll be fine. I'll come up with something for it. Let's have a look what's in this big roll. I just checked, and you could see the selvages were still on there, so it's not cut out of a sheet or anything. So it's new-ish. So there's got to be, a metre there of full width of fabric. So when you think these big pieces, if you took all the little scraps out, I think I've really done well on just the few big pieces that I got. What do you reckon? Let me know if you think I did okay on these. Got another green elastic band. Now this, I think, must have been a quilter who put these together because they've been working on this particular pattern or these fabrics, and so decided to keep them together. So you got like little Christmas trees and some white. I will fold those back together, I don't know why. And what else have we got? Oh, it's another handkerchief. And let's have a look at this. It's a solid. It's a bit grubby. It's definitely going to need a wash. And what have we got? Oh, we got a metre there. Full width the fabric. Very nice. In a beige colour. Right, I would say that we're nearly halfway through. Oh, we could be halfway through. We'll find out. So I've got some fur. Again, I know I shouldn't really be buying fur for quilts, but I got this to make some gnomes and Santa things for Christmas. I think this is going to need a wash. See, I don't know how it got so dirty, but I'll pop it in the washing machine, give it a good wash, and then it should be okay. Or maybe I'll cut the dirt. Just smell it. Oh, it smells completely new, so I may just cut those dirty edges off. Right, that's a bit big. I'll pop that down there. I love this. Look at that. It just looks very Japanese to me. It's quite thick. It's like more like an upholstery type fabric, but I just love it. I think that's going to look lovely. As soon as you do something with it like that, it just makes it look even better. Let's have a look what else we got. If we put it with the green, it looks nice with the green as well, and he completely changes it. There it is. Oh, there it is with the beige. And there it is with the green, and I think it looks completely different depending on which fabric you put it with. I'm getting a mountain. This little bit of pink, again, they take up so little space, you might as well pop them in. And some of this green, which really isn't my favourite pattern in the world. Oh, this time we got a navy blue elastic band. Let's open this up. I'm not sure with this whether it's been used or not. It just felt like the right weight. It didn't look worn out, so I thought, well, I'll buy it. I'm thinking this was possibly 80s. It looks a bit vintage. It's they like crease damage there. I don't know. Or is it supposed to be a semi-solid? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be semi-solid. So there's a nice bit there. I wonder what that would look like on the yellow. Oh, not good. Not good. Oh, no, no, no. Right. Another handful. We're getting down to more bitty bits, I think, now. That's my receipt. Let's have a look. Oh, now this I got. As I was saying, I'm trying to get some wool to make a wool quilt. And this, if I can find it, this is 100% superfine merino worsted, made in Huddersfield, England by Heritage Weavers. Look at that. And that, they're telling you that's the back. And there's another bit. But this bit has got, you can see that's supposed to be the front, but they put all this printing on the back, and I'm not quite sure why. Doesn't look good. I'm wondering if it was a test run of something. I really don't know. But there's plenty of plain white to be going on with there. Pop that up there. Oh, we've got this. I like this. Little seagulls. Isn't that very... Well, I think that would suit a beach hut. Now, somebody's sewn this and then undone it. Oh, we've got salvage. This is Macaware UK, 100% cotton. Very much like the seaside. Makes me feel very summery. Another little tiny bit. We got some squares cut out of the blue there. And some navy bits. Now this is new, but doesn't it look like pyjamas? That's what it reminded me of. Like somebody's cut their pyjamas up. It's a nice bit on there, and I love the colours with this blues and purples. Very pretty. Oh, and another bit of fur. I thought, well, since I've started picking up fur, perhaps I'll get a few bits of fur in case they come in handy. I don't know. Maybe decide, what on earth could I do with that? Not a lot other than a caramel coloured beard for a gnome, I suppose. Right, let's have a look what we got here now. This is nice. And there are no salvages. Oh yes, there's a little bit of one with nothing written on. I think that's very pretty, and that's going to come in very handy because it's such a large size. I can cut a couple of squares and 2.5-inch strips out of that, so that's going to be very useful. 100% cotton. That's all we know about this piece, is it is 100% cotton. Now these look a little bit more old-fashioned. Now we're coming into the ones that I think came from an older quilter or somebody who's been quilting for decades and has got these fabrics. Now let me know, please, if you've got these and they're fairly modern fabrics, but I don't know. I think they're old-fashioned. Oh, a little bit of needle cord, is it they call it, snuck through. Another little bit of blue, nothing to it really. Nothing. Oh, there's a couple of little squares, but I just popped them in. This again seems to have some age to it. No idea if it does have, but it seems to me. And this one, which is a square. And all these little bits I love finding. You think, oh, they're just little boring bits. No, that definitely isn't exciting, is it? That's going in the bin. Again, see this? Very strange, isn't it? It's certainly nothing I've seen in fabric shops lately, or ever, actually. A little red and white half square triangle. And some more. This looks Liberty. I don't know if it is, but it's got a Liberty look about it. Another bit of needle cord for some reason. And this one there. The thing is, you pick something up and wouldn't realise things were stuck to it. It was, well, we'd empty the big, well, you wouldn't call them bins. They were big, like, things on wheels. I don't know what you would call them. And we'd empty it all out. And by the time we put it back in, there was twice as much in as when I took it all out. Because it's just been condensed probably over the years. So they were all left big mounded high when we left. So this, again, looks like an older fabric to me. I don't recognise this at all, I'd say. At a guess, I'm going to say no later than the 70s. Oh, one little, feels like silk, hexie. Oh, and another little silk hexie. And a little strip. I know these are not terribly exciting, but it might be, somebody may be interested in the patterns, and it is good to see what sort of things you can pick up in the most obscure of places. Now, this somebody's done with their sewing machine. Which is the right side? I think that's the right side. I'm not sure. One or the other is. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's quite thick and heavy, but I thought maybe I could make some sort of, like, case for putting things in, that sort of thing. I really don't know, but I popped it in because it was pretty and I had the space. Seemed a shame to come home with one bucket not quite full to the top. And we got a couple of these. Let's take the pin out for a stab myself. And we've got a couple of squares there. Oh, let's have a look what size these are. These are, they're not very accurate. They're a bit bigger than a 3.5 inch. Got a little bit more patchwork here. So I would imagine this is part of a trip around the world quilt. Looks like it's been sewn and unpicked. So I don't know if somebody got to me beforehand and took more of these patchwork bits, because there weren't a lot there, and this seems a bit disjointed, doesn't it? But anyway, I've got that one, and some of this check. Always looks lovely for anything country, so I like that. We've got some spots. Oh, look, this is another piece of patchwork. Let's see if it's the same size as the last one. Yep, so it looks like they were making possibly another trip around the world quilt, only with bigger squares. Could be. What's this? Oh, this is like a velvet. I don't think it's a cotton velvet, but it's so soft and smooth. I thought, oh, I've got to have that in case I make a surprise or a crazy quilt. I've got a little bit of that, which is great filler, and again feels a bit Liberty Loan, but I don't know. There's this, which I'm sure we had something similar to this, but in darker colours right at the beginning. Now look at this for 80s. That's really 80s, isn't it? I wouldn't have thought anybody's making that nowadays, unless there's an 80s revival in fabrics. We got some of this. We've seen that before. This is pretty. Let's have a look what size they cut these to. These are... Let's have a look. I think they're 8 inches. Yeah, I think they're pretty much smack on 8 inches, which is a nice treat. And then look at this. Now, this is really worth looking at. That is definitely from a very old quilt. I love this. I saw it and I thought, well, I'm not even going to take the time to look at it properly. That's going in my bucket. It's going to need some repairing. I don't know whether I may cut it all apart and reassemble it in a useful shape, because it's a bit odd. But this is what I mean by, I think maybe somebody else got there before me and took some of these, because that's it as far as I remember. There's no more than that. But the fabrics on this, I love this. Does anybody recognise this or have any idea of age? This pattern may be a bit of a giveaway. Pop that on my patchwork. And then this was just so pretty, I picked it up. I would have picked it up anyway. It's cotton. And I've got some elephants on cotton. I think this may be an IKEA pattern. Not sure. Here we've got another bit of patchwork. And this seems to have quite an age on it as well. And this has come, you can see somebody's cut up at least one quilt, possibly several. And this was all sewn by hand. Look how neat those stitches are. Am I on camera? It's very lovely, isn't it? I wonder who sewed this, who they were making it for, and how it ended up in a bin after being chopped up. Oh, we'll open this elastic one. I think this is just going to be a solid, like calico. Yep, solid calico, about, what's that, 1/3 of a metre. Now this, again, is what made me think it was somebody who's been quilting for years, because this is a Christmas card. And if I show you, can just see some of it. That Christmas card has definitely got some age to it. It's not the sort of pattern you get nowadays. This has been used for some English paper piecing. It's a bit scrunched up on that corner there. So there are a few bits like this. We'll find out how many as we're working through. This again feels like a lawn, and it could be a Liberty. I'm not sure. And then we've seen that one before. And I don't know if we've seen this one before. This seems to be quite old as well. This is sort of from, I would say, the same date as these older bits. But I could be wrong. I'm certainly no expert when it comes to the age of fabric. That one, I'm not sure. I don't think it's that old. I think this would have been made nearer the end because of this fabric here. You see the patterning on that? I don't think that that's extremely old. Got this. And then look at this. I'm sure I've seen a dress made out of this fabric. So this is a small piece. And, oh, that's the same check as this one. So that obviously went with that bit at some point. I know there they've sewn with purple, and here they were going on to the blues. So I suppose they were using their cottons to match some of the fabrics like that. This, which is perfect for Christmas and looks very modern to me. Little tiny bit there. this, I've already got a fat quarter of this. So that's going in my Christmas pile. Then we got some other little tiny squares of an older fabric, I reckon. This is going to take some sorting when I finish this video. Little patch there. Let's have a look what's in this elastic band. Oh, we've got a, almost a, well, I'm not sure. It's a blue. We'll call it blue. I don't think it's a royal blue. Oh, look. Somebody's been working with two fabrics again. So we've got, oh, wow. That's almost migraine inducing. Look at, it's so bright and it's so crazy. Wow, that's making my eyes go funny. So there we go, two of those. What are they roughly? Going from there, about 10-inch squares. Another handful. Right, I'll show you this because I picked this up just because I loved it. I don't know how old it is. It's been sewn on the ends, which is off something else, but I love it. Look at that, it's like a harlequin look to that. It's like a silky, it may be silk, it's probably nylon. Little square, I think I've got this. I think I've got more of that somewhere. There's more of these little bits, there's some plain white. Some of that. Go a little bit faster now because time is, gosh, we've been at it for over half an hour. That's definitely got some age to it. I think we've seen that before. Aha. This person had a ginger cat. I'll have to watch it because my husband's got a cat allergy. So I better keep him away from my... Saying that, he was sorting through all this and didn't sneeze. So maybe that's the only bit that's got cat hairs on. One of those. So when he starts sneezing, when he's been near a cat, he just doesn't stop. That looks very dated as well. Don't know what age that would be. Got some of that. Oh, we got something. Oh, look. I didn't put all these in. My husband was sorting through and popping things in as well. So that's a nice surprise. It's, oh, I love the fabrics on that. The only thing is, it's a bit of a weird shape, isn't it? It's like an ankle sock for somebody with very big toes. So that may need a little bit of adjusting. I may make it into a smaller, cute one. On the other hand, I may salvage the fabrics from it. But I love that. Very nice. Anyway, moving on. Oh, a ready-made block with some Japanese fabric. Oh, is it? Or Chinese? Is that supposed to be a dog of faux, possibly? I'm not quite sure with all my different Chinese animals and things and traditions. We got some of this, which seems, I'd say, 70s-ish. And a little bit of it. And more of that, more of that. I'd say that is probably, I don't know really, 80s look to it. Now, my husband's grandmother painted her ceiling this colour. I don't know whether she got the paint cheap or what, but the first time I went to visit her, I walked in and thought, whoa, that's an interesting colour. It really made the room feel tiny, but she loved it. Marcus Brothers. So there's a nice bit there. Have you started any sewing for Christmas yet? I know Christmas is, well, I'm making this in October, so if you're making a quilt, I hope you've got started by now, because time will go so quickly now. Until the big day arrives. We've got a big pointy bit there of this, which I think may not be 100% cotton. I'll do a burn test on it to check. A little bit of that is definitely an older gingham. I like this. I don't sew usually with its seersucker, but I just like the pattern, so I thought I'll get it. And we got a little, what is it, like a pocket pouch. Been sewn in half with blanket stitch. Do you think somebody was making an advent calendar? Possibly. And some navy. I like that. That's lovely. Very nice. We got this. I'm trying to speed up for you. Again, there's some more of that one that looks old. We've seen that one. We've seen that pattern. And I think we've seen that pattern. This I got is 100% cotton. It's obviously not old. It's a Roald Dahl one, I think. Possibly, or it's just a pattern, but it's... I don't know. I don't know if it is Roald Dahl. But I thought, that's lovely. That's going to come in very useful if I want to make a surprise quilt. And also, you can just cut out motifs like that for a hexie quilt that are just decorative. You could do that one with a circle in the middle. That sort of thing. So I pick that up. There's another one of these old fabrics on an old piece of cardboard. Some of this. I've got some plain. Oh, look at this. Red on green spots. I like that one. Ah, now this is some more evidence. Look, we got somebody sewn all these together and then they've drawn these lines ready to quilt it. What was it? I need to know and I never will. Oh, so that's, you can see there, that's the sort of reason we got all these little scraggy offcuts of that one. And there's more of that one. And there's another one that looks quite old to me. I'm not sure. Oh, I'd love to find out the age on these fabrics. Right, here we go. This is going to be a very long one. For anybody who is a fabric lover, I hope you're having a lot of fun. And even if you're not, sometimes it's just nice to see all these different patterns. Look at this. I don't know if you can hear. I've got a very loud husband talking on the phone just around the corner. So you can hear somebody chatting away. So this is all needle cord that was made into a quilt. That would be lovely to put some of that into a crazy quilt. Ready-made, and I'll always know then that somebody else made it. So we got, I'll skip through the plain boring bits. Well, nothing that any of it's really boring. Got some stripies, some little strips. Oh, this is nice. I love this. Very pretty. Are you a sort of person who does a lot of scrappy sewing? Or do you just like watching scrappy sewing and little bits being put together? Or does it drive you bonkers? And you're like, why would anybody make something out of scraps? Let me know. And have a look in the comments. And it's lovely to see these conversations starting and everybody can have a chat about it. It's almost like a little community where we can all comment to each other in the chat. Or in the... It's not called the chat, is it? It's called the comments, but you can chat in there. Trick or treat, so that's obviously very modern. No huge bits, but some nice bits. But there, right, we got some squares that have been backed. There, I got that as well, so there's another fat quarter of that. I've got a monitor in front of me, and I can hardly see it now. It's all piled up. This looks like it's going to be fun. This looks like several different fabrics that somebody put together. Oh, yes, we got pink flowers and candy stripes and spots and checks. Oh, and red stars. That's a lovely lot of fabric there. Wow, all in one roll. Ooh, and I'm trying to get some pink, so that will be very useful. Right, we got another piece of fabric joined together. We got some pink solids. Not sure about that one. Oh, look, this is old. Yep, I would say that's definitely quite a vintage on that. I love that. And then we got this, which is a little bit of batik. Can't beat a bit of batik. Well, you can, but it's pretty. More bits of fabric joint. No, wait a minute. That one's sewn, but then I'm taking that pin out before I stab myself. Pop it in my pin cushion. Is that another pin in there? This person loved their pins. Or hated them. Wanted them to be given away. So they put them in material and gave it in. So there we go. Some more bits there. A lovely bit of vela. We got more this, I say, very much like Liberty Lawn. And this one. But I'm not sure. Bit of shirt, blue. That's needle cord. Why is that joined together? Is it sewn together or is it stuck together with a mangy, yucky rubber band? There we go. So I put all, oh look, and that again is an old fabric. Oh, it's joined to another old fabric. I'm going to have quite a few of these. Let's have a look at this. Another elastic band job. Oh, it's like burlap-y. Well, I don't know if you call that burlap. It's very coarse. Very pretty, perfect for a bag. Canvas. Not quite sure what you call that. We got some bits and pieces, and we got an orange elastic band this time. Ooh. So what are you doing while you're watching? Are you sewing? Are you doing any craft? Are you having a snack? Are you having your meal? You watching on the phone while somebody else drives and you're going somewhere nice? Let me know. That's nice. There's a fair bit of that there. Right, I can see the bottom of my bag now, so I'm going to empty it out. Big rattle coming up. And we got a template there. Got some letters. A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, D again with a little square on. I'm just going to pick the more exciting bits out. Now, that's a bigger bit of that other piece I saw that looked older. Got more IKEA elephants. This is nice. Look at the size on this. I didn't realise it was this big. It's got a lovely colour to it, a lovely depth to the colours. And there's a lot of it. It's very long and it's probably about 30 centimetres deep. So I'll move that over there and we can now... Oh, we've got another elastic band, which is just... I won't open this. It's just a solid peach, pale peach. I got this. It's a belt, I think. I'm guessing a belt that somebody never finished, but I don't know if I can... No, they've done a really good job of fixing those ends. I got it because, look, I don't know how old that is, but I just love it. So I could unpick that. Oh, that was real fun. Look how bright and colourful this is. Again, somebody's tacked up the bottom, basted it, but never did anything with it. So we got this, which I picked up because it's got sparkles on, and then looking at it now, I'm thinking, it's a bit suspect, isn't it? It's a bit ugly. It's chopped off on the top, so I don't know if I'll use that. Lots of other pieces. There was loads of this there. I put all that in. Got some swallows. Some stripes. Got lots of bits and things. We've got this cream, which is, it's got like gold on it. Oh, here we go. Christmas Metallic Spot, the Henley Studios Makoa 100% cotton. There's another fat quarter. I don't know how many fat quarters worth I've got here. Here's another one. And that is just a zigzag. And this is nice. It's very pretty. I've not got a lot of it. And it's a shame I don't have any bees, but I do have a butterfly. So, if nothing else, one butterfly. And we could also possibly make that into a hexie. Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't think I like it. Got some more of that patchwork done. Got a bit of this. A bit of zing. Oh, more pink. In an elastic band. This is all hearts. There we go. Nice little bit of pink fabric. Well done if you're hanging on here. I'm just amazed at how much. I knew I had a lot, but I didn't realise it was this much. I thought I'd be done in half an hour. We're now up to 3/4 of an hour almost. I suppose it saves you getting up and changing the video over. Do you find that sometimes you're busy, you're listening to something on YouTube, and then, oh no, it ended. I've got to go and find something else to watch now. You won't have that problem with this video. It's going on and on. There we go. That's a very pale pink with some flowers on. And, oh, there's a heart. I could applique that on. I'm coming around to the idea of applique, and I haven't been a big fan. Well, I haven't liked the idea. But, I don't know. I'm starting to come around and thinking I may do an applique quilt. This is pretty. It's got like a smooth... What's that? Oh, it's just a little bit of fluff. You never know. You pick things up and think, ooh, and then you realise, no, it's not a spider. Nothing on the selvage there. But again, that feels like a lawn, cotton lawn. This, oh, I got this because I could see there was some embroidery on it. Let's have a look. No idea what it is. Could be really nice or really ridiculous. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, I'm so glad I picked these up now. I had no idea what they were. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, I thought there were two. It's not. There's only one. But isn't that lovely? Oh, I love it. And I've got so many pinks here. I could use that as a centre of a medallion quilt because it's embroidered in pink. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Very nice. That's the thing. I think, oh, it's just some scraps. And then as you're looking through, you just find the most amazing things. A little bit of ribbon. Got some white with some white on. Got this, which I don't know. That could be a bit dated, may not be. I find I look in the shops for older clothing in cotton. Well, not older, but, you know, used clothing that nobody else wants in the 20p tub. And it always seems to be blue and this sort of shade of blue. So that could be quite modern. We've got some florals. Oh, I like this. I like this. This definitely seems to have some age to it. I know it's not a feed sack, but it almost looks like a feed sack pattern. I thought, oh, I've seen so many people using feed sacks. I wonder if I could make a collection of feed sacks. And then one day I went onto eBay and thought, let's have a look how much feed sacks are. I'm never going to be owning a feed sack. They are ridiculous price. Oh, now this has got skulls on. Perfect for Halloween coming up, I suppose. What's this? Potions. Frogs. Nevermore. Potion. I thought poison potion. Right, so there's nothing. I got no ball band on that. I would say that's pretty modern. Lots of different motifs if you wanted to cut them out, though. Stretch it out a little bit because there's not a lot of it there. Put it with some black and white and make a creepy quilt. Then we got, oh, there's another. Oh, look. More of these really old patterns. It's got some pen on the back there. Oh, I just love these. I don't know what it is about them, but I just love them. So I don't think I've got any more old ones there. We've got this, which is one petal. Oh, look at that. It's got a thumb on it. Yeah, yeah, I know. It doesn't take much to make me happy. We've got this, which again I reckon is an older fabric. Some bits of fabric. We've got another bit of patchwork here, which is off the other piece. You can see it's still got the crisscross on. And we've got one more thing to end. Oh, this was nice. This was the first piece I spotted. And I thought, oh, I wonder if it's full of pieces like that. It wasn't, as you can tell. So now the very last piece. Here we go. What do you think's on this? It looks like woodland animals to me. August wren. I've never heard of them. But that's a very pretty fabric, isn't it? Look at these. They look like these going boop, popping in, boop. Yep, I really like that. Very nice. And that was really the last piece. Yep, I think that's all. There's a few bits and pieces that have fallen off them. I'm going to need to clean my desk, sort all this out, and look at it. I just got tons of things. My desk is completely full of fabric. Now taking it out of the bag, it looks even bigger. Look. But still, I think the highlight for me, my favourite thing of all, is going to be this. No, this. Better that way up with a little fairy. I love that. What about you? Have you got a favourite or not? Are you into the Halloween ones, the pink ones? It's got to be the embroidery with the fairy on for me. Put up there. There we go. We'll sit there and have a swing. Well, thank you ever so much for watching. Extra brownie points if you got right to the end of this video. And I'll see you all next time. But until then, don't forget, happy quilting and have fun. Bye.